To start off this video, I just want to say this video is linked to a gaming series called the 12 Days of Gaming, where I talk about all of my childhood favorite games, and I hope that you would enjoy this ones too, because MySims Agents is one of my favorite games to ever exist, in the top 5 actually. Now, what makes a simple spin-off of The Sims so fun? Well, to simply look at it, these little figures that have a hybrid of a Minecraft-shaped sim have such colorful personalities. Each one of these individuals are unique, diverse, and serve such an incredible purpose. Now, there are a multitude of characters that you will meet on this journey, which is kind of interesting in comparison to actual Sims. They actually made individual characters instead of you making them. It's actually a good smart power play. Now, what happens when you mix a life simulator series and turn it into a series full of solving mysteries and hijinks? You have a guy like me ready for some action. Dude, I'm telling you, I was hooked on this series. I wanted to become a detective. I wanted to become the world's best detective. I wanted to become Batman. But I learned that to become Batman, I had to be a cop. I don't want to be a cop. But even though my love of being a detective was ruined, I still had a fun time enjoying this game. See, how this game operates is pretty simple. So you start off as in a simple town where you live maybe in the streets. I truly don't know. They never show you your house until you actually become so big that you get your own headquarters, which is crazy, like multi-millionaire headquarters. But in the small town, you solve mysteries where you figure out who the real dog owner is, and who's Pizza Man's secret admirer, and why is the mayor so corrupt and working for an evil crime organization. You know what every small town has. Even with the town's unlawful wax, you rise up quickly and go on a new adventure with Buddy and this hottie named Evelyn. But like I said, once you finish those missions and you get your own headquarters, you head on to the Snow Mountain. This is by far my favorite place of the game. That's only the second map. It was so quick I fell in love with this place. These missions are such a core memory of my life that it made me want to go on a snow lounge, go snowboarding, get into a hot tub while snow is out. This seemed like the perfect vibe for a guy like me. Like I said, I didn't do any of those stuff, but I really want to experience this stuff, and I still want to experience this stuff today, actually. And of course, if you're here to solve the case that proved this mother trucker right here, Preston, is a fucking phony. He's simply one of those guys who are just a snob at everything, has that big boy rich money, owns a water bottle factory or whatever, where you can flex your goofy ass money all you want. And yeah, I know. Dreams, get your money up, not your funny up. But the most memorable thing about this place is Yeti guy named Paul. I mean, simply put, he's like that one teacher you can go to during your high school or middle school, and he just vents about your life. And of course, they listen to you, and you feel more validated about everything. Sure, he might have a worse life or experience more worse than you, but it still felt right, you know? One of the other memorable places I enjoyed was the industrial town. Had these highlight beams, and also had one of the coolest characters to ever exist, DJ Candy. I had a crush on her. I had a huge crush on her. I tried to pretend like we had a relationship. I just had a thing for blonde ladies. I don't know. One of her coolest aspects, she had one of the craziest dance moves that exists. You see this dance move that people would do? And, dude, I tried learning this so many times. I still cannot do it today. I would literally try and do it to you guys right now, but I still don't even know how to do it. If I practice it for like a whole week. Today's December 5th, and while I'm recording this, I could do this and probably get it down by the time this video comes out. Maybe one day I'll get it, okay? This is one of the few games I actually experienced that were one player while growing up. So I actually played a lot of games with my cousins because we always hung out with each other every weekend. Growing up, they were my best friends. In the neighborhood I lived with, no one was near my age at all. It was all a bunch of older people. So at Christmas time, this being a one-player game and being one of the few games that I actually owned that was single player, it felt a lot more, calming to actually experience the game by myself. I love the roleplay, and there's no better place to roleplay by solving a great mystery. Even one of the mysteries in the thing is like a murder mystery. Bro, I would love to have a murder mystery dinner. I'm telling you, I would love to have a dinner party. I feel like I mentioned this, and then the only person who ever relates to this when I'm mentioning this is white girls. So good for us. We like this. We locked in. But this dinner party is a very important plot point, and actually, I think probably the most important plot point to the ending of the game. So I have my blood exhilarating to know that this game is coming close to an end. I think it'd be cool to actually stay in a mansion. One of my friends actually had it close to a mansion, so it was really nice to spend the night there one time when I was like 6 or 7. I don't know. It was interesting because they had. Have you seen water fountains inside a house? Like the school water fountains inside a house? They had one of those. It was sick. And for what felt like such a great game, it had one of the most underwhelming endings to a video game today. Listen, I'm not a fan of these jungle type vibes and Indiana Jones type plot points. So when I got to this point of the game and didn't realize it was the end until it was the end, it made me kind of sad actually. I had honestly thought I was gonna fight this evil organization in the huge city, maybe even the building, like have a brawl off in there or something. No, I guess I was wrong, man. As I looked more into this stuff, like, whoa, what kind of levels there were, I figured out apparently there was supposed to be an Atlantis and space level. A freaking space level, bro. That would have been the best ending to ever have in a video game. I know space levels at the end is pretty tacky, but not to me. I was 9 years old. I don't care what you think. But I was so surprised that they got rid of it. And also the Atlantis thing, which makes kind of sense because it's a boardwalk mission within this game that actually felt a little bit left open, which kind of makes more sense why I felt like, I thought there was more to do here. And you can probably hear a little frustration in my voice, how this game actually should have been wrapped up way differently. And I'm the best person to wrap up the game because I knew I'm like their biggest fan. I don't know anyone else who loves this game more than I do.